brothers and sisters. Mr. Boombad here, Johnny Boombad, Johnny. It's Christmas Eve morning in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I got a lot of sleep last night. I always do. I always try to get 8, 9, 10 hours sleep, so that's the biggest thing, is getting your sleep. And I even woke up at about 2 o'clock a.m. and I had a little snack. I had plain yogurt, the one that's very high in protein. So like 1 cup of it has like 19 grams of protein, and I just poured a bunch of peanut butter in there, all natural peanut butter with no sugar added. And so I do that once in a while in the middle of the night just to kind of keep growth going. And I always try to do it with something that's easily digestible, like yogurt, peanut butter. Your body doesn't have to struggle at all to digest that, and kind of stay in sleep mode and go right back to sleep. So that's one of the secrets to growing. And now, of course, it's going on to 8 a.m. and I'm fasted up until that point. And I had a black coffee and a Cialis. Little secret there. You may know this, but a lot of products out there, pre-workout products, give you a pump, but I've been aiming towards an extreme pump for this workout because it's always what you ate the last couple days prior to your workout that you're going to be utilizing during your workout. So, of course, I mentioned in my last video, I had a 10-pound bag of beets, which are very high in nitric oxide. So I've been loading up on those a little bit with some brown rice and, of course, turkey. That's my bread and butter, turkey, and fry that all up nice in the pan with some butter and some garlic. And I've always been using lots of ginger lately. So I'll chop up that garlic real fine and the ginger, and I get that frying up in the butter first before I put my brown rice, my beets, which are already boiled soft, and my turkey, which is about a 6-ounce portion. So just I'm aiming towards medium to small meals. I don't want to overstuff myself. So I'm and this comes to survival mode too. You don't want to use more food than what's required. So rationing your food comes in very handy for number 1, survival, and number 2, getting ripped. So right now, like I said, we're rolling into 8 a.m. and I'm fasted from my little treat that I had at about 2 o'clock a.m. with the yogurt and the peanut butter, and had my black coffee, my Cialis, and I'm going to hit chest today. So I had a really interesting idea that I think is going to work. I've never tried it before, but I'm going to try it in this workout. And you probably heard of pre-exhausting the muscle. So for instance, for chest, instead of starting with presses right away, you're pre-exhausting with flies. And the way I thought of that I'm going to experiment with flies today is, and I'll show you. So I have a dumbbell rack, and it's about probably, I'd say about just over 6 feet wide, with metal, sturdy, strong pillars going down and then stable on the floor, with all my dumbbells on there, probably adding up to over 300 pounds. So that thing is not moving. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do an experiment with, and I'm going to show you this to see if it works, and you can try it at home. And that's kind of what this video is about. Is I mentioned in my last video about getting creative, and so I'm going to try this and see if it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bench press situated right in the middle of the dumbbell rack, in an upright position. I'm going to sit in it, an upright position. I'm going to get my elastic bands around each pillar of the dumbbell rack, which is going to give me a nice wide grip. I'm going to get them situated on there so I got enough resistance to get that grip nice and wide and squeeze it just like I would a pec deck fly. So that's what I'm going to get into today for my pre-exhaust set. And then after that, I'm going to get into some dips on my pull-up station. And because the bar for dips that I would hold on to is so narrow, I use my fat grips I put on there. So it just feels better having a big fat grip in your hand. So I'll do those. And what I've been really trying to do with those is do them weighted and go heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier weighted. I want to get really flipping strong off there, even if it means I got to hang 100 pounds off my waist. And then, being that I train instinctively, I always have a plan, but it's not written in stone. I tweak it as I go along. But this is what I'm imagining here. So I get into my dips after the pre-exhaust, and then I'll go low on the pull-up station to where there's two handles at the bottom. Once again, use my fat grips and do close grip push-ups for inner chest. And then I'm going to get my my bench after that, and I'm going to put it in an incline position. And I'm going to do either incline flies or I'm going to do incline presses. Now, my other scenario would be to really drill lower chest, put the bench in a decline position, and either do decline flies or decline presses. So, want to stick to 3 exercises for bigger body parts: chest, back, legs, and sometimes 4, depending, but we don't want to overtrain right now. So we want to aim towards 3 good hard sets, good hard exercises, and 2 exercises for smaller body parts. But I haven't been training 2 body parts per session. It's been more 1 body part per session, so I can really drill it. Because I really enjoy, and a lot of guys will train chest tries and then back bis. But I really enjoy doing bis and tries together. I really enjoy that, getting a full arm pump. And I am trying to prioritize deltoids and train that by themselves with traps. And sometimes, I've been throwing in like planks and stuff for abs and stuff like that. And of course, legs by themselves and back by itself. With, a lot of times with back, I'll hit rear delts. So, so we're going to get into that and we'll see what's going on. Maybe I should just hit a couple little poses for you, just to show you, just to show you how ripped down, just to show you how ripped down. Okay, but I'm not pumped. Not pumped by any means, but I will be getting a freaking awesome pump, so I'll show you what's going on after that. Okay, so as you can see, you got the dumbbell rack there, and the bench is right smack dab centered. and I got it in an upright position, and I got the back end of it tucked in underneath the dumbbell rack right against the wall, so there's about 2.5 feet away. And now you can see what I used here is the black elastic bands. These ones don't come with handles, they're a little bit different. These ones are the ones I used for doing squats the other day, and they're stronger than the black tube elastics, so I'm guessing they're probably about 100 pounds. And because I don't want the elastic band kind of cutting into the inside of my hand, and I want a nice wide grip, I put the fat grip on there, and I kind of wrapped it around there so I can get the perfect length to where that comes out just past the bench here, and to where I can get a good wide fly. And I got the other one over here, same thing. And so we're gonna try this out here. Okay, so I gotta try to grab both of these at the same time. Position myself because it's gonna be hard for me to get in there, reach back and grab them. So I have both of them grabbed now. I got the line of the fat grip in the front, so the elastic band doesn't come off, and the tension is virtually the same on each side. And here we go. And that's that's really nice. Perfect tension, perfect width. Oh, I'm just gonna get into this here. Oh yeah. And I can go heavier on this if I want. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Kind of angling it up to target the upper chest, nice and wide. Tension. Lower. That was an extreme incline lower. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Woo. Oh yeah. Oh. First set. And still just getting warmed up, so my body's kind of in shock, but as I progressively get used to this exercise here over the next couple sets, I'll be able to increase the explosiveness and the intensity. And basically at that point, my body kind of goes numb and I don't feel anything. So that's the way it works. Now that worked out very well. I could even probably get into some pressing movements with that as well. So there you go, be creative and try that one out at home. So that was the first exercise, and this is kind of the same exercise, but as I was getting into it, I discovered that I can actually put my bench back on more of an incline. which actually gives these handles, makes them come out a little more. So of course I had to shorten them by wrapping them around, because now the bench is obviously closer to the dumbbell rack. So I did shorten them to they're about 1.5 feet. The same on each side, same resistance. And let's see how that works there. See, that's the same resistance there. That's what you want. You should be able to get in to this side. Grab onto the other one here. And this is going to be pretty good, I'd imagine here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to be damn good. Oh yeah, better than the first one actually. That's easily, I'd say about 100 pounds on each side. All the way down, you get resistance right to the very bottom and stretch. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, that was hard. Whew. Oh, that was insane. The flipping tension, you wouldn't even believe. Like more tension than the tube elastic bands, more tension than cable, more tension than a machine. That there's going to bring some great striations into the chest when hitting the most muscular. And definitely feeling the effects of training fasted, feeling the effects of my diet tightening. But throughout all that, the diet tightening, training fasted, the key is to keep the intensity up so you don't lose muscle mass and you can continue getting more shredded. That was flipping awesome. I'm so happy with that, to be able to add that into my chest training arsenal. And that was definitely till failure there. So I'm really pre-exhausting today. Sometimes you just want to do a shitload of flies and not so much pressing right from the start. You can see that. And I got my back belt on because my lower back sucks, and I've been having problems with my lower back since I slipped the disc back in 1999. But I've obviously managed to work around it. Some days are better than others. Some months are better than others. And it takes a lot of icing, heat, ice, anti-inflammatory cream, different lower back stretches. But I manage. But yeah, you got to get one of these. I've had this now for, I got it in 2000, so I've had this for 25 years. And I actually bought it at Walmart. You can't get them there anymore, unfortunately. I don't know why. Maybe it was too much of a good thing. But it's got 3 settings. This being the hardest, this being the easiest. And I love this thing. You can bring this with you wherever you flip and go. Vacations, camping, whatever. And considering my chest is already warmed up, I'm going to get into the medium setting. And I'm just going to get my legs nice and wide apart because I don't want any pressure on my lower back. And I'm going to get into almost like a most muscular. Burn some fat this morning. I get extra shredded, and that feels pretty freaking good. Got a good flipping chest pump going on there, and that was pretty easy. So I'm not going to let up. So now we're at the hardest level, same positioning, and we're just going to squeeze it out, most muscular style.